you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave somebody. Yes, I'm hurt, yes, I'm dead. Most of the things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you change.
Hey you guys, welcome back to Taylor XO, or welcome to Taylor XO if you're a new subscriber. So y'all, let's get into this video. Now this video is not going to be too long, just because, you know, I already made a video speaking on Liv announcing her pregnancy. As you guys know, she did announce her 5th pregnancy now, and she is claiming that it is by AJ's father. And then now they are having their 2nd child together. So, you know, people have been saying like there's no way that this is AJ's father. You know, for a while she was dating back and forth and claiming that she just wasn't going to make it work with AJ's father. And then she said that he was in the army. And she basically just said all these different things about what this man was doing. And then now all of a sudden, now that she's back from Florida, after the 3rd or 4th time, now all of a sudden he pops back up. And now he's willing to be around AJ, but not only willing to be around AJ, but now he has her pregnant with their 2nd child. Now, Liv always comes on here and she says these things thinking that people are going to believe every word that she says, forgetting that she just did a whole pregnancy thing last year where she was faking it and, you know, having people, well, not faking it, but, you know, just throwing out things, trying to get people to believe that it was fake and that, you know, just trying to get people to talk more and more and more. But in all, she did end up being pregnant in the end. And she did end up having a baby, because y'all remember reactors were suspecting and, you know, just coming up with all these things that were pointing to that it was fake, but it wind up being real. So, you know, this time around, I would think that she wouldn't even want to touch those waters, being, you know, all this stuff and all just how her channel went downhill after that whole thing in the first place. But this girl has came back yet again. And, you know, I really want to say that she is pregnant, because I don't think that she will be dumb enough to come back on this platform and try that whole thing again. But who knows? And honestly, I mean, she has to be far along enough if she decided to come and tell people, because as you guys do know, she has allegedly lost about 2 or 3 babies in the past. So I would think she will want to wait until, you know, everything is confirmed that she is in fact pregnant. So, you know, she came on here and she said that she is pregnant, and she's been posting these videos in the order of, now we're at the point to where she's, I guess, trying to get proof of pregnant. She needs a proof of pregnancy in order to make this appointment. But before I get into all that, we're going to get into this clip and then we will talk about it. Because he called me. I'll explain it to him. Well, I explain it to y'all because I don't feel like explaining it twice. No. Baby.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I was on the phone with my mom. I had to just put her on hold for you. But what's wrong?
It's okay, baby. No, I was walking back in the house, so I couldn't answer the phone. But I made an appointment. I want to tell you, since you're on my bed about it. I made an appointment. Well, I tried to make an appointment with the doctor, but I need a proof of pregnancy before I can do that. So I called this pregnancy center, and I have an appointment tomorrow to basically just take a pregnancy test and get a proof of pregnancy.
So what about the one you sent me?
What did I send you?
You sent me a picture of it.
Oh yeah, but that's not good enough. They want like an actual thing from a
doctor, from a
yeah.
All right, cool.
To even schedule me with my primary. So
say that again?
They need that to even schedule me with my primary.
Oh, okay, cool. So when are you going to provide that?
I'm going to go tomorrow to take the pregnancy test. So,
alright.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Where you at now?
I'm back at the house. So y'all, I'm not gonna lie, after seeing this video, you know, it's just really crazy how she always tries to say that she doesn't care about proving herself to people, and she doesn't care about what people say about her. She's gonna keep doing her, and she doesn't live her life for other people. She lives her life for herself. But then she comes up here right after announcing she's pregnant, and she basically made a hint, you know, and made it a point in the video to say that she didn't want to repeat herself twice. And she recorded herself calling up the supposed baby daddy. This is now her second child by him. And she made it a point to say that, you know, she didn't want to tell people a second time and just go into all the explaining about her making this first appointment to go and, you know, to check on the baby. Y'all know that when you do have your first OBGYN appointment, usually, you know, they do all the first time things that you do with the pregnancy. So she hasn't even got there yet, and she's already hopping on here recording phone calls with this man and trying to prove a point that she does in fact have a father for this child. And I guess she's trying to prove a point this time around that she's not going through the process alone, because y'all remember last time her whole entire pregnancy she went through it alone because it was by Zolo. And you know, I know she's trying so hard to try to portray this, oh, she only has 2 baby daddies, but sis, we know that this is now your 3rd baby daddy if you are in fact pregnant, because we know for damn sure that that is not Zolo. I mean, that is not your new baby daddy's baby. We know that that is Zolo's baby. So, you know, I was just really shocked that she came on here doing all this, and at the same time of her calling her baby daddy, she's in the back saying that her nieces are screaming and carrying on in the back. And it's just like, sis, you're about to now have your 5th baby, and you are in your sister's house, you know, all discombobulated, already have 3 that you're not seeing, already have 1 that you don't have a father for, that your mother primarily does for, and now you're pregnant with this 5th baby, supposedly by this man. And it's just like, sis, you haven't even got it together for the 3 that you don't have. I don't understand why she would add this burden on herself. You know, this was the supposed woman that constantly came up on here saying that she was in this healing journey and that she was in the celibacy journey and that she was celibate for 11 months. But then it's like now she pops up and she's pregnant after just so-called claiming that you've been celibate. Sis, we know that you haven't been celibate. We know that it is impossible for Liv to be celibate or not be messing with some bum of a man, because you know, by the sound of this man, it honestly does not sound like some, you know, dude that is different from what she usually gets. It sounds honestly just like another Zolo. It even sounded like he was on something on the phone call. He was just talking real slow and mumbles. So obviously, you know, she's probably going to end up in the same situation as she did with AJ, as with this other man. And, you know, the difference with AJ's father, Zolo, and this man and Gerard was that, you know, she actually was with Gerard for 7 years, 8 years, and they did get married. And he actually does take care of his children. You know, he didn't up and leave like Zolo did, and probably this man will too. So, you know, let's get into this clip, because as y'all remember when she was at the motel with this man, and y'all remember when she was in the room, and you know, it's so crazy how she tries to pass off like this is AJ's father, because in this clip, he didn't even know that AJ isn't allowed on camera. I don't know if she didn't peep that she said that or she didn't catch herself, but at the same time, you're trying to tell that this is AJ's father. He was saying how annoyed she looked at AJ and how annoyed she was by him, but she claimed that she was annoyed because she didn't want him in the camera because she doesn't show him. And if he's around and if that is his son, then why doesn't he know that you never show him on your YouTube channel, let alone him? So it's just very, very weird how this girl is trying to, you know, just create all these random men as this man's father. I mean, y'all remember back when she was in Texas, and the man, he was a darker man, and when he was at Target with her shopping for Ryan's birthday gifts, she was even claiming that that was AJ's daddy. So sis, this little boy is only going to stay little but for so long, and at some point he's going to grow up and he's going to, you know, see you just pinning all these random men as his daddy, and he's going to ask you and question you like, who is my daddy? You say, he's my daddy, that's my daddy. You have these random men around him. I'm sure that the little boy is one, but I'm sure, you know, he's probably starting to understand a little bit of what's going on. You know, a lot of the times people do underestimate kids, but, you know, kids understand and kids know what is going on. So let's get into this clip of her at the motel with this dude, and then we'll finish up the video.
What are you laughing at?
Because
AJ, you are annoying your mom heavy.
no, he's not. I don't put him on the camera.
On the counter.
I don't put him on the camera.
You want him over here with me?
Yeah. So as y'all even heard in that clip, it's like he was saying, oh, you want him over here with me? Like, this is supposed to be your son, your first son, that Liv claimed that this was his first son, that his family was so excited for him to have his first son, at that his first baby. And this man is really questioning you. Oh, you want him sitting next to me? So we obviously know at this point she is bringing random men around this little boy. And, he doesn't have a Gerard for him like, the other three do. And, it's really sickening and sad that, Zolo's not standing up for his son. I'm sure Zolo maybe glances through her YouTube channel sometimes. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Zolo does know that is his baby, though. And I'm sure, he sees her around these random men going on YouTube saying these stories of what's going on behind the scenes with her and dudes. And not that Zolo really cares because he has his own thing going on over there. But, this is why she got her first 3 kids taken in the first place. And the fact that she's still coming back up on YouTube and showing these type things is just so mind-blowing and crazy to me. And then has the nerve to be pregnant again. Like, sis, at this point, you just, I don't know, want to have babies to give away. Or you just like being pregnant. Or I don't know. But the fact that you are pregnant with your 5th child after you just got your first 3 taken away for having random men around them in the first place, this girl will never ever learn. And I strongly do believe that her mother and her sister, who stands by her and sees what she does and enables and lets her come back and go back and forth and, takes care of her kid and does all these things. This is why this girl is still, 3 years divorced from her husband and still in this predicament now on her 2nd child by a 2nd man. It's so crazy, and who knows what is to come with this whole pregnancy thing that she has going on. I know she's going to milk it till she can't anymore, and primarily when she does come on, she'll probably be, milking the hell out of this pregnancy for views, but who knows. And I know, let me mention one more thing. A lot of people were talking about how she said that she needed proof of pregnancy in order to go to her primary doctor, which I know caught a lot of people off guard, and they were saying that, it has to be fake and it's not making any sense. And I know some people were also talking about how she has to be on Medicaid if that's the case, because most times when you're on Medicaid, they ask you for proof of pregnancy instead of when you're on private insurance. They usually don't ask that. So I'm going to put some information on this screen because I have heard of it before, and it's not too far-fetched if a doctor is asking her for proof of pregnancy, unless she's going to a new OB and she does in fact have Medicaid. That's the only way. But I just think she should refrain from telling those small little details about this whole pregnancy thing, because people will, look into things and look things up just like they did her last pregnancy, and people will put out things and start to suspect things. And I think if she didn't learn from her last pregnancy, sis, keep things to yourself if you don't want people talking about things and speaking on things, especially when you get into, talking about your appointments at your doctor's office. Like, it should be a simple showing the ultrasound, speaking on the gender reveal, and then, having the baby. At this point, since you're on your 5th baby, it's like, are you really trying to do this all over again? This is all this girl loves to do. I'm truly convinced, and this is typical Liv. So we will see what is to come with this whole situation. So just to add this in real quick, as of 2021, it says, what is confirmation of pregnancy? It's a document for a healthcare provider stating that a woman had a positive pregnancy test at their office. Some women use this document to help apply for pregnancy Medicaid. Others use it to tell their employers they are pregnant. And some women use this document if they are considering getting rid of the baby. So a confirmation of pregnancy does not diagnose a pregnancy. The only way to diagnose a pregnancy is to have an ultrasound. So basically, I don't know if she was trying to apply for Medicaid, or if she was going to a clinic to, get rid of the baby. Who knows? And honestly, at this point, anything could change with her story, because we know she lies so much and she has to lie to fit the narrative that she is saying. So comment down below what you guys think on her, basically coming on here to prove that she does in fact have a baby for the father and that he is going to be involved. Who knows, y'all, what is to come of this, but I will be here to report all the tea on it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for another one.
Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something different.